Quizartinib is actually still, the development of Quizartinib is ongoing. We have the Quantum-R trial, which resulted out, the results of which were published in Lancet Oncology. They actually came out, I think, last week. And Quantum First, in which Quizartinib is being given to newly diagnosed FLT3-ITD patients versus placebo in conjunction with induction chemotherapy. That trial is actually nearly accrued. Obviously, the results won't be read out for a little bit, but we're excited to know that that's accrued. So the development of the drug is ongoing. Now, a new drug application was put in both in the US and Europe, as I understand it, and the FDA convened an ODAC in May to really ask the question, is there a benefit over safety concerns? And we were rather disappointed with the results of that ODAC, and I will simply say that I think the agency was being short-sighted in their approach to this ODAC, because we feel we made a very strong case for science. They brought up a number of safety concerns, which honestly were pretty easily refuted. They invented a lot. I say invented, I mean they invoked a lot of cardiology to say the drug is toxic from a cardiac standpoint, and their own cardiologists refuted that, as well as the cardiologists we brought on. And the clinicians kind of looked at that and said that really is a trivial issue. I think the agency's concern was that there was not equipoise in this trial. The investigators enrolling patients didn't truly believe that both arms could be equal, and because there were patients who would enroll in the study, find out that they were not randomized to get Quizartinib, and they left the study. Okay, no, there was no equipoise. Of course there was no equipoise. If you look at the response rate to chemotherapy, it was vanishingly low. It was essentially non-existent, and we knew that then. The FDA asked us to do this trial. Now, they didn't. They'll say we didn't ask you to do this trial specifically, but if you want to get this drug approved for relapsed refractory FLT3-ITD patients, which is the population we needed at the time for, you better do a trial with overall survival as a benefit, and the control arm is chemotherapy. So we did that, not very happily, but we did that. And the trial, it doesn't really matter how they want to mince the numbers. You look at the curves, the trial's positive. It's better getting an oral drug that is, in fact, safe and extremely well tolerated versus MEK chemotherapy. And I'd love to see any of these agency people say, you really want to get MEK or Quizartinib? You really think the Quizartinib is so unsafe? And this, I think, is really a detachment from reality. Totally agree there was not a lot of equipoise with that study, but that is the harsh reality of it. And I think we can only be quite disappointed at their approach to this.